fifth chapter, the Psalm is Hebrews chapter 5 in your Bibles. I'm a firm believer. There's a process that everyone has to go through of just the sound to become another person. And it is the process that separates us. I was thinking about it this week. When I got saved, I was shy. I was fearful. And to look at the future that God had for me, it was frightening. There's a generation now who feel that they should be the one that's up front. They think they're God's gift to the world. But I had an opposite outlook on life. I felt I wasn't worthy, and God has chosen the wrong person. But He had to make me over, and that process is one of the most hurting processes, to break the person and literally crush your spirit and then make you another. And this is where flesh and demons are produced if God can't make an image of Himself. And irregardless of what it appears in front of all of us, is what He said, I don't look at man the way man look at man. He said, I look at the heart. So to us, it can appear like everything we see with you is all together, but God look at the heart and determine whether you are His seed or not. Because only His seed can do this.
Amen.
Not because you got the Holy Ghost. You can become weak, but somewhere down the road, you're gonna have to connect with God and repent and get things straight. This is the thing I said to myself earlier. I said I got to be honest with myself, and I got to be honest to God. There have been, you don't even know if you've been lying to yourself all your life. You've been lying to yourself as if you're gonna be and live something that is not even real. It's a fantasy. I remember coming up as a young man. I was an athlete then, played pro ball, football, basketball, all that stuff was in my life. I was a drummer in high school, and to go to college, I wanted to play. But everything that was in my mind, because God had different plans, none of it worked. I was one of the fastest people in Florida running. And every time I would go to achieve a goal, there was something there that wouldn't allow me to go to the pinnacle of whatever I was doing, but I was capable of doing it. I know what it is now. It's because I had this call in my life. And so when an individual come and get saved and they're too strong in their spirit, they're too strong into the making of their future, they still have in their mind what they want to be, who they want to be, or some go so far as to try to tell God even what kind of person you want to be in God. The one that made you and died for you refuses to give you a say-so in you being made over. And then one of the most dangerous people are unteachable people. Hebrews, the 5th chapter, in the 11th through the 14th verse. The apostasy church, or the individual who feel they know God, or they know of God, and they already got in their mind how things gonna be. Even coming in truth and then coming to all truth, you still gotta have a teachable spirit. And the one thing I see that people who cannot conform, it's either pride, refusing. Pride, can connect to the whole process, because that's why a person won't suffer. That's why a person won't allow God to sanctify them and so forth. That's why they're afraid to be different. It's because of pride. Because a lot of people, most people know that they need to be saved, but to go to the procedures to be saved, pride is the killer. The thing that won't let you be different, won't you be a part of this. I had to be changed from a man to a man of God, from a daddy to a father that's saved. I was degraded to the point of thinking that I wasn't a no good father, a no good husband, a no good nothing. And God had to make me over, because everything around me was degrading me. Until I started believing it, and that's when God stepped in. As long as you're fighting the thought of what somebody else trying to put in you, then God will work with you. But when you start giving in to the thought, say, well, maybe they're right. Maybe I ain't no good. I remember when I got the kids, and it was my decision. It wasn't my wife, wasn't no part of that decision. It was my decision. And even for them to stay, that was my decision. And I made the decision. And then when they put it on the news and on the media, they said the Father of the Year. And that was the beginning of God communicating with me on another level. He said, now, I put that out there because I was saying to myself, I ain't no good. Because I was told that. And I was about to become that. I'm talking about after you're saved. I had to allow the forces of evil to push me to a level in a relationship with God that I no longer cared about the opinion of people. A lot of people get saved and they still have that little thing inside of them where they want acceptance. Hebrews 5 and 11, what it say?
Of whom we have many things to say, and hard to be uttered, seeing ye are dull of hearing. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
The frightening thing is when you come and you think you know something, and you refuse yourself being taught again. Now, the sad thing is that when an individual don't even know they're unteachable, when the way that you know that you're unteachable is you unchangeable. Because you come to a place where God will let you see your flesh, he'll let you see yourself, and then you have to come to the conclusion, I don't like this. Nobody who is just born gonna like what the world has made once you come to God. Once you come to God and then you see yourself, you can't still want to hold on to that mindset and so forth. God started telling me every detailed thing in my life. Without a prayer life, I know it's impossible to do this, because he started talking to me in beyond prayer. I'm not a person that just get on my knees and pray. I pray any position, any place, driving down the road, anytime. You know, if I was a woman, I'd have a head covering all the time. Now, I got plenty of hats. You don't have to see me wear them except it's cold because of that, because I pray anytime. You know, so the Lord said, for the time when ye ought to be teachers, he said you ought to be a teacher. So that means this person has went through a period of time and they haven't accepted the teaching that they should have. For the time ye ought to be teachers, and the dangerous ones who think they are because of traditional teaching or world teaching or refusing to change. Ye have need that one teach you again. I had to be taught again and again and again and again and again. Right when I thought I knew something about God, God showed me how much I don't know. Right when you think you know God, God will show you another level. You say, oh, I know me something now. And then you get closer to him and say, man, I don't have no nothing. I thought I knew something. It's the person who think they got it down. The unteachable one. The dishonest one. All this growling and all y'all brothers doing, those spirits. And irregardless of what you say, it's something ain't right. And you ain't confessing it. Amen. You ain't confessing it. You all you do is put on a persona like everything right. You put on a persona. Ain't nobody gonna be out here, Jesus, and full of the Holy Ghost be rah, rah, rah. They gonna be doing that stuff. So you done let something back in your life. And you ain't honest. Why? You might be lying to yourself. Oh, it's dangerous to not even know. You don't even know why a spirit is there. You don't even know what that happened. Why? Because you let your own nature still rule where you can do things and lie to yourself. You can do things and be undercover. And I know you don't have a relationship with God because God is not a God that just be around when we come in this building. God is a God, if I'm walking down that road by myself, I could be by myself, I know he's there. You know, I could be walking down the road by myself and a bag of dope on the ground. Ain't nobody don't see me do nothing. I'm gonna know God is there. It's when you think you can get away. And when your pastor tell you to do stuff and you don't do it, that's rebellion. And that's the sin of witchcraft. That's demonic. That is not flesh. Amen. That's not flesh. Why? Because the words of the prophet will not fall to the ground. Amen. When the man of God says something, you're going to do it. As long as it line up with the word, you're going to do it. Or if you don't do it, you're rebellious. Then he puts you, say, now, you are rebellious. He said, it's witchcraft. What is witchcraft? Using the power of the devil to get something done. And put the whammy on somebody to get them to do something for me. I'm finna show you that I can do this thing without obeying the leader. And God will show you, you're on your way to hell. And you can wake up in hell and find out you're there if you want. I ain't finna sit here with the opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm finna stand myself. Amen. Man, Lord, whoop me. Yes. Give me a whooping and let me see my nasty self. Yes. I'm gonna sit around here and be stuck, be acting like, I don't understand. I don't know why this happened. You know. Amen. It's even sadder if you don't know. That means you'll never acknowledge it. That means you could never be delivered. Because that's why God set up a process called confession. If you confess your sins, he said he's faithful and just to forgive you. But if you don't even know, you sit up, well, I don't know what I've done. I ain't did nothing wrong. Oh, that's sinners for life there. Because you don't even know. You don't think you did nothing wrong. Isaiah 28 and 9, read. You ain't gonna teach everybody. Everybody ain't gonna get the same. Right now, a lot of y'all are sucking on milk. Some of you sucking on milk because now you ain't been saved that long, you're supposed to be sucking on milk. But when the milk sucker wanna act grown, and then when the grown one still sucking on milk, you still got a problem. It's messed up all around. You been here long, If you just got saved, you're supposed to be sucking on milk, but you around here thinking you got it all together, you know. And then you've been around here a while, and you still sucking on milk, and you're supposed to be off of milk, then you want the attention that the baby's supposed to be getting. And then the Spirit will tell you, man, I want to leave, I want to go to another church, I want to do this here, I want to do this here. No, your flesh gonna show up over there, and that whatever you done picked up gonna show up over there too. Matter of fact, gonna manifest even more. Y'all love the Lord? Amen. Isaiah 28:9, what it say?
Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand
It ain't gonna be everybody who do this. Whom shall he make to understand the doctrine? Who am I gonna make to do it? Cause you ain't gonna do it on your own. Whom shall he teach knowledge? Who am I gonna make to understand this thing? Cause it ain't within us to learn on our own. Amen. Somebody I gotta break. Read.
Them that are weaned from the milk.
I can't use them milk suckers. I can't use them babies. Why these babies coming in here thinking they're grown? Why they coming in here and doing what they want to do? Why they coming in here loving what they want? God had to tell me who was my best friend after I got saved. He told me who to hang with, who to get away from. He told me every bit of that after I got saved. I didn't have no say so on nothing.
Amen.
He told me he said, now this your brother, this your sister. He was talking about in his family. Okay? Now I ain't listened to, when I got saved, wasn't nobody going to teach me but at first when I got saved, it wasn't like that. I was listening to the brothers and sisters in the church, and then I found out they don't embrace the pastor teaching. So I came to the point where I only listened to the pastor. There were two people when I grew up in the church for 20-some years. It was Bishop Ross and Bishop Bob. Those are the only two people could teach me. I wouldn't let nobody else, because I was listening to what my brothers and sisters were saying, and they were saying stuff a little different. And I said, no, I can't receive that. I can't receive that. I wasn't too much into other, just because other ministries was glamorous. I went into that. Yes, I was into who God told me that can teach me, who to listen to. And then when it came to, see, the reality is, this is what the environment where God gonna raise you up in. So you can fantasize about being someplace else, but that ain't reality. Reality is this right here. You ain't gonna be at no convention all your life.
Amen.
You know, every week and so forth. So people can go and live a fantasy life, and then you got to come back here. Y'all remember me preaching? I think we had went down to Gifford, Florida, to my brother's church, and we had a blessed time. We stayed in the hotel that weekend. Y'all remember that? Stayed in the hotel down there, and man, the anointing was flowing, and then that Sunday we had to be back in Lake Wales, and I preached coming back to the place where God chose to make me. You know, you ever been someplace you want to just live there?
Yes.
You know, man, I wish I ain't got to go back home. I wish
Amen. Amen.
That's the fantasies these people are living, and they're picking up spirits.
Oh,
They're going now. They say, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. They say they still want attention, they still want to do things their way. And then who? I was telling one of the brothers, I was telling Lou, I said, look, you know, that was a time, I mean, there's a time and a season for everything. The young preacher, I can see, you know, they're supposed to encourage and incite people, but don't never forget that your whole ministry is supposed to be consistent of loving souls. But I mean,
yes, sir.
The reason why we're here is because you all got a taste, okay, y'all stop the knocking. You all got a taste of what I had to eat as a young minister when Apostle taught yesterday, the whole system is upside down. The whole system. And if you can't adjust to that teaching, then you're gonna be, now when I was coming up, my whole world was turned upside down. From the way I was living in the world and coming into the church, everything was turned upside down. So everything I was taught in the life I was living, I couldn't use none of that stuff. So every sister in Church of God in the Bible Way who done grew up hearing all this cultural knowledge and worldly wisdom, everything just never turned upside down. And the one that cannot adjust is the one that can't grow. You'll be stuck. And I tell people, you still stuck back there in that other organization with me. You can't even come over, you can't even grow up over here. You're stuck. That's where it was. Now, what reason why we see these spirits in these new saints is because they brought what's out there in here. And God said no. And you want to determine from this day forward, you want to determine if you teachable or not. You can sit around here and say, well, Bishop, I don't know what I did. I ain't fornicated, I ain't drunk nothing. I tell you what, you did something that cost hell, I can tell you that. Fornication ain't the only thing. Cussing and drinking ain't the only thing. The way to destruction is broad. It's something you did and woe unto you if you don't know what you did. Woe unto you. Because can't nobody confess, tell somebody, can't nobody confess for you. They can't confess for you. No, sir, Barbarino. Even if a person knows, if they told you, that means in your heart, you can't do it because you don't feel like it was nothing wrong. You ain't gonna confess something that you don't think is wrong. You gotta love what God wants you to love. You gotta embrace what God wants you to embrace. You gotta cut loose whatever God wants you to cut loose. I don't see, they can look at these movies, and I sit there and can't look at them.
Yes, sir.
They play them video games, and they be spirits in them things. I can't do it. So you deep. You more deeper than me. You came in the door, an apostolic giant.
Yes.
You a Pentecostal gangster. You can dump something down already. You know. I don't care where your mind is. I don't care where your head is. They're going to have to adjust to the precepts of God. For Isaiah 20:10, what does it say?
For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little and there a little.
And see, that's how this is. So you can't just go and read this Bible like a book. You got to go and search it. Go and search it. You got to go and search the truth. Man, I refuse to come in. Man, you see so many people coming and they stuck within themselves, or they think salvation is being accepted by these people in the church. Somewhere down the road, God gonna get you alone. There's so much understanding came this week for me. Why I be wanting to be alone. I used to think something was wrong with me. I said, Lord, what's wrong with me? I only want to be around people. What's wrong with me? I be having my connection with God. There be something going on. I can't even tell you what it is. It's just sit around and just be open to Him. Just waiting on Him to drop something in. It's a secret place. When you're in that place, you want to everything and everybody irritate you. I got me in that little room at my house. I thought I was building it for my family. They know I was building it for me and Jesus. I invite people here. And then if I don't, He showed me early, I can get in my car and just ride.
Amen.
And He'll let me see an eye on the window, a big eye watching me. And I can talk to him driving. Man, I don't know if any of y'all ever drove down the road and go, hallelujah!
Amen.
You know.
I did that the other day.
You know.
I was just looking up in the clouds.
You know, they don't know nothing about that stuff there, you know. Be in the middle of Walmart, then your hands up like, thank you! You know, this, oh Lord. Jesus. You know, people looking at you. I said, oh, somebody come over here and ask me what this happened. I just have to tell them, God, I don't even understand. I'm just sitting there just embarrassed. You know, the Holy Ghost just want to, tell somebody the Holy Ghost want to come in and take over. You can't be so strong when you still got you. And then he'll let you know, man, I say what I want, and when I get ready, I'll move when I get ready. Just go, hallelujah! Just walking down the aisle of Walmart. People just looking. What just happened? And so somebody said, excuse me. Excuse me. Don't pay me no attention. You know. Then the Holy Ghost said, I got a mind of my own. I do what I want. Why? He said, now I'm teaching you, you ain't gonna be ashamed of me. And you don't know where he's gonna do it at. They picked at me for years for moving my hand. Picked at me for years, you know, doing all this other stuff. You know, picked at me for years. I'm so glad I got it all upstairs. I'm glad the Holy Ghost has he'll show you every night. Let me show you who's in control. Hallelujah! You know, and it won't be on my mind. I don't feel it. He just do it. So I'm gonna let you know that I'm in control. Somebody tell us that. But the dangerous thing, you have traditional teaching, and you have things that have been handed down through family. And so for biblical things that have been handed down, and then when God try to put full truth in you, you can receive it. Isaiah 30 in your Bibles. And what we have today is smooth talkers. Smooth talkers. I was telling Demontre, I said, look, you gonna sit down, you gonna when I do the teaching, there ain't gonna be no walking out. There gonna be no disappearing or nothing. You're gonna get into because if you don't get this word, you don't grow.
Amen.
And you're gonna find out the Holy Ghost just puts you in position to become. And I think some of them find out you are not a son of God. Sons of God don't be growling with Jesus. Sons of God don't do that. Now he gave you power to become one. And he's showing you ain't gonna mind. You sound like your daddy.
My Lord.
Unless you come over here and let me change you. Let me go, I was having a discussion last night with my wife. I was looking at news, and I think Byron and Demontre and this is a debate. But on the news last night, I heard the people say they're gonna take the HIV cell and then take the H out of the HIV and put the sickle cell in there and put it in your body. I'm talking about the envelope, the HIV envelope, and then put it in your body to get rid of the sickle cell anemia. You know, they say, well, you say the HIV envelope, the H without the IV, or is the IV without the H?
The IV without the H.
IV without the H.
And put it in the envelope.
And put it in an envelope.
And put it in your body.
And put it in your body. Absolutely.
They gonna give it to you.
You know, so the sickle black folks, sickle cell anemia, they're saying this is the way, take some HIV, take a piece of HIV, put it in your body, then the then the piece of HIV, not all the HIV, the IV of the HIV, leave out the H. And then put it in your body, and then it's supposed to eat up all the sickle cells in your body. You know.
And then you walk around with half an
They would say you ain't gonna have it. You know, so why? Because nowadays, people want to find a shortcut. Nowadays, people want a smooth thing spoken to them. Isaiah 30, 10 through 12, what it say?
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things.
So they prophesy not unto us right things,
Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Okay, they want that smooth message. And I say, Lord, early in the morning, when I rise, yeah. He died. Early Sunday morning, before I ate my breakfast,
Oh, Lord.
I had green eggs and oh Lord, I'm gonna stop preaching this room. So much sound good. Smooth things they prophesy. Keep on reading Isaiah 30 and 11.
Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path. Cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Now, listen now, this is what I want you to do. Tell somebody, get out your own way.
Get out your own way.
You are in your way.
Amen.
Your ways are in God's ways.
Yes.
Move your ways out of his way. And turn aside out of the path so the Holy One of Israel to cease from before he cut you off, before he stopped manifesting himself to you. 12th verse.
Therefore, thus saith the
No,
Holy
what
One.
it say?
Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon.
He said, well, you want to stay like that? Stay on. That's what you doing. He said, because you're going to do this here, stay on out there where you at. Keep on doing what you're doing. You stay on over there. I don't want you over here. See, you just want to go halfway, stay halfway. That's hellbound too. Stay want to be accepted by everybody. That's a foolish virgin. Keep on desiring what you want and not what God wants you to have. I done told y'all his plan is greater than yours.
Amen.
What God got for you is greater than what you desire for yourself. I didn't know, I just wanted to be saved.
Amen.
And when I was preaching, pastoring, my concern was Sebring, Florida, and building a ministry there, and building a big old church down there. And that was gonna be it. I was gonna move down there, stay down there. I was gonna be Sebring. That was me, being successful preacher in Sebring. That was my thing. God had Alabama and Mississippi in his plans. More than one location in Florida. My plans were Sebring. His plans was greater than mine. Even when he showed me the vision, I thought all the churches was in Florida. And no idea it was out of the state. Y'all love the Lord?
Amen.
Mark 10 and 15 in my conclusion, is when you came. And y'all better be real. You better be honest with yourself.
Amen.
Better quit playing. Because judgment is real. And when I was telling my granddaughter Kayla a week or two ago, I said, look at him, you need to go down there and get your tooth pulled down there in Alabama. When my wisdom tooth was hitting me, and it started hitting me. Now I'm old enough. I ain't like y'all. I've been there where y'all at. When I was young, that tooth would be hurt, you take a bite, oh, and then you wait 2 or 3 weeks, then it got worse, oh, and then you wait another 2 or 3 weeks and something cold hit, oh, and then wait till it hit that nerve. When I was 20-something years old, I went through that whole process. So I wanted to take every penny I had, because it looked like it got bad on Friday. Friday evening. Ain't no doctor, ain't nothing but the emergency room open. And the emergency room tell you, I can't pull no tooth. And if it's abscess, all they're gonna do is give you a little antibiotic to get that swelling down for you to still go to the dentist. So when I got older, the first sign, ooh, I said, oh, I ain't going no further. There's no further than this. I ain't gonna keep going no further. I said, I'm going to Alabama. When I found out that they pulled them teeth up there for $27,
That's it?
yeah, where you think I go? We think I got them, I bought these other ones from. You know, and went down there and got my wisdom tooth now, it was $200 and something versus her $1,200. Who? You ain't finna make me pay with that for some decision you make. Y'all love the Lord? Tell the Lord thank you.
Thank you.
Let's read this last scripture, Mark 10 and 15. What it say?
Verily I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of God as a little child, he shall not enter therein.
All right. So you're gonna have to humble yourself to a child, and the child do suck on milk. And for a period of time, milk is sufficient to grow. But once you done sucked on that milk, I was looking at overseer Williams, Sister Casey baby. It's the jaw was puffed up and looked at the baby down a little bit. I said, well, what you been feeding that baby? Some beans? I said, yeah, some mashed potatoes. You can tell that the baby was weaning off of milk. Well, milk was satisfying with a little infant. But when you drink that milk and they still got a little cry, it's time for some mashed potatoes. It's time for some solid something to come in. But when you get saved and you still on spiritual milk, why? Because you refusing to change. You steady holding on to yourself. And then you want nothing before you got saved. You come in here and act like you was the giant of everything. Man, if you met me before I was saved, you met me before I was saved, I'd have shot you. I wasn't no fighter. Just shoot him. I mean, you ain't talking about like you crazy boys that go down here and just bow, bow, bow. Oh no, you playing that thing. You playing it out. Pop them. That's what you do. Then you come down there with the investigation stuff. Hey, who shot it? Who did that? Who did that? You know I ain't never went to jail. You've been all out there. No, you're ignorant. I'm saved now. I ain't finna be ignorant again. Amen.
Amen.
If God knows the way, then I'm finna follow the way.
Amen.
I ain't finna let myself tell myself how to do this something.
Amen.
Lord, help me.
Help you.
Man, I got so sick of me. I'm talking about after I spoke in tongues, I got so sick of me.
Yes.
Me kept on showing up.
Amen.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I mean, you don't see yourself?
I do, Bishop.
Man, I mean, you could be, doing fine for a while, and then boom, something come up and then say, man, I thought I was over that.
Amen.
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Man, I thought that was behind me.
Amen.
Yes.
I didn't just come to this place I was at. I had to go through all of that. I said, man, well, I got that behind me. You went about 6, 7 months down the road, then the test comes and said, man, I thought I was, oh.
Oh,
Y'all love the Lord?
Amen.
Man, I remember after I got saved, I wasn't saved but a week. And then something happened and I said a cuss word. I said, oh, Lord, Jesus. Oh, God, help me. And then the Lord said, from now on, every time something happened to you, I want you to say, thank you, Jesus. That was his way of fixing me. He said, if something bad happened, tell me thank you. Something happened, I said, thank you, Jesus. I used to cuss. But he was changing me. And I had to do it. And I remember a few things snuck up on me. Boom! And I thought about, thank you, Jesus. I started saying it a little harder then. Thank you, Jesus. That meant that a walker would have came out back in the day. Like, thank you! Thank you, thank you. You know, a good one would have came out back in the day, and that thing worked. That's why I taught them kids, teaching them kids, I said, take a pill. And they said, what's the pill? Thank you, Jesus. So you got a headache? Take a pill. Thank you, Jesus. Somebody just got on your nerve? Take a pill. Thank you, Jesus. That's my little thing, taking a pill. Thank you, Jesus, is the pill. Somebody take a pill.
Thank you, Jesus.
You just took your pill. I was in there, where's the Montreal? 6'9". Get out. You know, I said, Bishop, you know, it used to be, the old man made me mad. I said, boy, you got the Holy Ghost now. Oh yeah, that's right. I said, okay, the old man don't supposed to see the old you. So go up there and be kind. I don't care about no past, how things was in the past. You're supposed to be a new creature. Y'all love the Lord?
Yes, sir.
All right, any questions? May God bless you. May you have a smile upon you. Sit down.